Buckles, what's going on YouTube? We got this another cut going on with the infamous detachable clippers, the blades and everything, man. So we about to do what we do here. Let's watch, let's enjoy the music, let's lock in, let's get intimate. Let's get into it, you feel me? Alright, so we're gonna start with the 5/0 blade. This is the blade that sets up everything, the foundation of the fade. What I like to do, there's two ways I do it, but typically when the hair is already debulked, I actually start with a 5/0 blade, just get a solid foundation with all the rest of my fades going to go. So we're going to just do nice clean lines, all in, cleaning. Just take it slow at a time, man, no rush, just chilling. Now after we do one side, we're going to do it to the other, you feel me? So we're going to ball to one side and ball the other side out. Sometimes I like to leave the bulk underneath so I can actually see the contrast difference when I actually go back into the fade. But sometimes, like this time, I'm actually going to ball it out. Just clean it up. It's actually to your preference, whatever you prefer. So when you ball everything out, things will be clean. Sometimes you don't need to ball it out, just so you can see the differences between a darker texture and a lighter texture of hairs. But in this case, we're going to ball them out. So we're going to just do this nice and clean, get everything hit, you know, clean our foundation so everything else is going to be nice and smooth, you know. So after that, I actually go to the OA. So we're going to do a variation of the skip blade system. So we're going to just start off with the OA. How I typically do my skip blade system is I go up, I skip one, I'll go back down and fade it down. So that's one variation of the skip blade system that I do. It's just small things. Like that's the cool things about detachables. You can always mix it up. You don't have to fade one way all the time. There's many different ways to fade, man. And a detachable system is a lot. So I'm going back with the 5/0 blade and just pretty much clean up what I did with the OA. So I do a variation of high, mid, low. Now what I mean by high, mid, low is I'm angling my clippers. Lay it flat to the head, it means it's smooth to the head. That means it's going to cut the closest. By angling it out a little bit, that means you're going to leave some little hairs. Then I do a maximize like this. It's fully extended. That means it's going to leave the least amount of hair with that particular blade. So I do the skip blade method, like a different alternation. Then I come back with high, mid, low, I'm fading back down. So this is small things, but that's how I fade. That's pretty much a good foundation how I fade. Sometimes I mix it up, sometimes I do something differently. As of recently, I'm actually trying to do a new different style of fading with detachables, but it still won't have those core concepts of down fading, skip blade method. It's gonna have everything in it. It's not in this video. I'm still making that system for myself and mastering that system. But when I get this video out, I'll let you guys know, because honestly, my mind could turn off when I'm fading. The fade's coming out clean, you know. So we're done with the OA, so we're coming back with we should be like with the 1A next. So when we do the 1A, we're gonna continue that skip blade system. Like right now, I'm doing the 1A. And this is to say, I actually started to believe the 1A is the most critical blade in the detachable system, or when it comes to the fade, because it really is in between the dark contrast and the light contrast. Now, when you see something less dark, you don't know, and more than likely, if you hit it with the 1A, it's going to clear that darkness out. So that's probably one of my favorite blades, is that one and the 1A, part of my favorite blades. Because it's a separation between light and dark. You know, the 5/0, the 3/0, sometimes the 4/0, that can be the light blades. But that's what it is. This is the one blade that's blended with the light contrast to the dark contrast, and the 1A is blended with the dark contrast to the light contrast. It's like the midpoint of the color, like the mid-gray. Like that's in the color grading world. Like mid-gray is like when you pivot a lot of things on. So like if I take that foundation of that, I could take the mid-grade of fade, which is I believe is the 1A, and I can extend it, stretch it, and that's probably gonna solve a lot of the problems with the fade. When the fade's don't look as clean, if you just extend that 1A, it's gonna definitely come out a whole lot better. Now this is the one blade right here, just pretty much trying to smooth it out. Sometimes I'm cornering it, here using my corners, feathering out. Sometimes I leave the blade flat, sometimes I'm angling. It's all the small things, man. So right now I'm testing out the 2 blade. but it didn't really like debug how I wanted to debug, you know. So I'm just testing out. So is this drum going to debug like I wanted to? Nah. So I actually switched it to believe the blade, the human blade version is called 1 3/4, but the animal blade version, which is I'm currently using right now, it's a 6F blade. Now that's pretty much that's the same exact metric as the 1 3/4. So that's what that's. I really took my time just debugging, not trying to cut into the braids, taking it slow and everything. That's what I was doing. So this probably gonna be the longest bit. So I'm gonna just talk my talk. So back to the method I'm using. How I'm doing it is like we're gonna start it's either we're gonna debug with a 2, or we're gonna start by ball, which is 5/5. Afterwards, sometimes I bought the recent outliner blade. Sometimes I use that drum. So the outliner blade, sometimes I do it with a lot of like people with African American hair. I use the outliner blade to get a ball so I don't have to use the shears. So sometimes I'll come back with my trimmers, but I use that primarily to just prevent myself to use my trimmers a lot when I'm doing the fade. I want my trimmers to be the hitters, the cleanup, the detailing. Like I want that to be my trimmers. I use my detachables to get that fade in, clean out, and my trimmers is for the lineup and the small things I couldn't reach with my clippers. But back to what I was saying about my method that I'm using now, but it's not in this video. So like I said, I either debug or bolt it out. Then if I go with the debug first, like with the 2, I do the 2 and 1.5. I actually do these a pair of 2s, so 2 blade, 1.5 blade. Then the one that's isolated is a 5/0 blade that's not part of the 2s. But after I do the 5/0 blade, I do a skip blade, so I go to the OA. Go to the OA, go to the 000. So that means I did a 2, 1.5. Then I did a OA to a triple. So that means there should be only one line left, and that's the 1A to the 1. So since that, when I was talking about how that's the mid-grade and that's the most important thing, I can stretch the blend how I want. Like, all right, I want this blend to stretch out a little bit more. I use that 1A, follow the high, mid, low method I was just talking about by angling the clippers, and then come back with a 1. And that's pretty much the fade right there. Like, hit the top, hit the bottom. I'm only looking at one line throughout the fade. And sometimes when that line don't want to come out, I use that special 10 blade. That's another animal blade, and that's a little longer than an OA. So it's definitely gonna hit that spot that a 1 couldn't quite hit, but it's not like that throughout the whole fade, because you know some areas of the head has more density. So that's why I use that 10 blade on specific spots that needs to be, you know, tuned up, touched up. So it's not throughout the whole head. It's only spots that you see, like, all right, that spot's a little darker than this spot. Why? I don't know. Probably is a little dense. So I take that 10 blade, boom, 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 hit that joint, clean out. That 10 blade is meant for isolated areas, not for the whole thing. So it's like you can also get that effect if you angle out the OA more, but sometimes I don't. So I use that 10 blade because I know I got there for backup. And sometimes me just popping on that blade itself is easier for me to just extend my OA longer than it needs to be. But that's for me. So that's like my foundation of that new system. I want to show you guys when I start posting more. Hopefully I get some more videos out there. I want to start recording once a week, but that's what I want to do, man. Like I started actually, like I got some videos on backlog and everything, and I don't know, I'm color grading them and make some videos look clean and like nice and solid. It's like the camera, what you got is there, then the color grade, what you do on top of that, make that joint pop. Now I ain't like a fantastic editor, like making these transitions or these crazy cool things. I ain't like that. Like this is a video you see, yeah, I cut it up, we talk, we chill, we vibe out, I talk about how I'm doing this fade, and that's it. I want the colors to look nice, so I'll make that joint pop up, man. So that's with that. So now I'm down fading with this system right here. So after I use that 6F blade, come with a 1.5 blade, see if that joint is doing what it needs to do. I'm trying to blend it more. It's nice and slow, nice and easy, touching those dark spots that I don't like to see. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep doing it. If it still there, we're gonna go down another blade. That's the cool thing about Detachables. Like, all right, this blade's not taking out how I want. I did high, mid, low, it's still not taking it out. Or let me go to the 1A. do the 1A, high, mid, low, and then it's going to take it out how I need to. But once you get those core things done with the fader system, the rest of it's detailer. And one way to get good with detachable, I would say the alternation of skip bleed method, what I do, because it won't make you get lost in the fade, because sometimes when I skip bleed method, I get lost in the fade. When I skip a blade, go down, skip a blade, go down, I know exactly where I'm at and where I'm hitting. Or you can actually fade down the whole way through. Fade down, the benefits of fade down is you're not making a line, but you're actually like learning your blade gradiency. We gotta start thinking about fades with colors, or like darkness, like light dark, this is dark, this is dark, this is light, this is skin, ball. Once we start doing that, we could easily explain to our clients what type of haircut they want without necessarily saying, what blade do you want? They don't know. They don't know barber talk. So we do right here, what we doing is we line up prepping, debulking and everything. I ain't doing nothing too crazy with line up prepping. I want to use this debulk. I need to debulk. Let me come back with the trimmers, line it up. And we doing the beard today, so we going to do some hot towels and everything. But we're going to just line up prep what we're doing here. So just get everything nice and smooth, clean. Once things are smooth, lay it down, your liners will be hitters. So just make sure everything's in the right length. That's my problem sometimes, is that I don't necessarily debulk as much as I should have debunked, because I'm in the fear of I'm making them too thin right there. But you don't want too much hair right there, because your liner's not going to hit exactly how you want it to hit compared to when it's actually less dense in that area. So after debulking, I'd like to just clean up the area, get everything clean. Once it's clean, come back with the trimmers. Taking my time with this. Yeah, this is me cleaning up the area. Now we're gonna start with the hairline. You know how people really do, like we start with the middle, take it to one side. Like same thing, same deal, same dilly-dally over, like nothing extravagant, crazy. I mean, like sometimes, like you gotta break down the hairline. Recently, I actually started like get the good foundation in the middle. Then we start with the vertical bars. Then we match that corner to the other corner. Right? What I mean, like I do the vertical bars, go up as I need to. Is that drawing matched in the middle? Yeah, it is. All right, cool. We can connect the dots. Do that on one side. Go to the other vertical bar. See if that drawing matches. If it does, if it doesn't, adjust. You know. Then once it does, match it to the middle. Now I look in the mirror and see if like everything's matching. But that's it, really. I would really do when they start like posting these barber content more, man, because it's not really that many detachable barbers that's consistent. Like I see some detachable people, like they use detachable clippers here and there. Some of them only use it for debulking, but I want to see people that use it for the entire fade. Like that's what they do primarily. Like they barely use adjustables for like one small thing, because the only downside to detachable is like with some people who have like curly hair and they need to debulk it, sometimes it pulls. And with plastic cuts, it doesn't pull because it's not grabbing as much hair as it would have been with detachable. So what I do, I use like, let's say a 4-blade. I use the 4-blade, get that debulk, get that like, there's a lot of the loose hairs, then I come back with the detachable to clean them up. And you know, detachables like to grab all the types of hair you can get. But that's what the detachable, but back to what I was saying, like, there's not that many barbers that's consistent with detachables. Like, there's some barbers out there, forgot the names, but some of them out there that really do use detachables, and they tough. They go crazy. Like a lot of detachable barbers, they have their own methods. A lot of them do like fade down, a lot of them do the skip blade, and some of them do an alternation. Like, I guess I'll fit in that type of category. I'm doing like an alternation of both. It's a blend of both. So especially the new way I'm doing a pair of twos, like 2-blade, 1.5, 5 it's 5 is separate, like it's isolation, but it's the OA and triple wide. And then you only blend in that 1 to the 1A, like that's blending to the light and dark. But like that's my alternation, how I'm doing it and everything. But that's what it is with detachables. It's just be cutting. And I ain't saying Detachables is better than Adjustables. I just prefer using Detachable. Like a lot of barbers, they got raised up with Adjustables, and that's cool. I ain't judging, I ain't hating. People who use Detachables cut better than me. You know, like, keep in mind, I'm fresh out. Like, this is like what, a year, a couple of months since I graduated barber school, since I've been at the shop. So there's a lot of more things that I need to learn, and I want to be humble for that. I want to learn more things. Well, I really want to learn how to style with the haircut. Oh man, if I could do that cleanly, like, ooh, I'll be at a different level right there. Like, waves and them, that joint cool. Learn how to style and do everything else. That would get you there. That would get you there. But I'm doing the razor work, making everything pop and everything. You know, the razor is tried and true to making a sharp line sharper, cleaner, and last longer. You feel me? So I'm hitting with the razors, getting everything what I followed up from the trimmers, and just clean up, man. It's just repetition. Like, that's what you gotta do on barbering. Like, if you get nice, clean strokes without repetition, and that means you only need less repetition right there, because you're doing it nice and cleanly. But don't hate on yourself. You gotta hit that same spot over and over again. Because eventually you're gonna know where you need to hit, like in the first few tries, compared to the 20th try or something like that. Or two, you just need some sharper trimmers. But that is one of those two options, man. At the end of the day, it's repetition. Just do things nice and cleanly. Once you get things nice and clean, that's your cut, man. Once you know how to get that certain cut look you want, you're developing that eye. And once you develop that eye, you're gonna learn how to get that result much quicker. This is just time, man. Enjoy your craft, man. Just enjoy it. Learn to be the master of your craft. Don't do it for money. Don't do it for that, man. Do it because you like it, you enjoy it. Have fun with it. You know? Once you have fun with it, you can stay in this joint for a long period of time. And right now, I'm just trying to have my fun with it, man. If there's anybody got like suggestions, comments, just leave a comment down below, man. I'm here for it. I'm trying to create a family, place that barbers, clients, people who just want to vibe out, or everybody in between, man. This is a safe space. Have fun, chill out. That's what I'm gonna do, man. Listen to music, just chilling, man. Vibing. But man, this year, man, I want to do better for myself. I want to improve on myself mentally. I want to improve myself physically. I want to build connections with people more, man. I want to have great relationships with people, everybody around me. Like, that's what being a human is, you know? You gotta build connection. We're social creatures. So, like, we gotta feel connected. Like, if you don't feel connected, like, that joint ain't no bueno with that joint, no bueno. Like, we gotta feel good. And that's one way for us to feel good, be good, and do good, you know? I want to get better with my family relationships, with my significant other, just with people in general, with myself, most importantly. You know, the man upstairs, God himself, I want to get good with him, man. I recently bought a Bible. I want to get into it. I want to start reading it. I got, what's it called? I don't remember, but I got one that's like the chronological order, and I got the physical Bible, which I'm assuming it's not in order, but like, I just got it. I don't know too much details with it or anything like that. So if anybody got any suggestion, what type of order, how should I read it, how should I take notes, study it? That's the most important part. How should I study the Bible? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm here for it. I want to start reading the Bible every day, every morning, because recently I started getting up at 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. Crazy. Trying to do like a morning routine for myself and like go to sleep at 9 p.m. Man. But you know, I guess that's the grind, man. But that's how we do, man. I'm still hitting my lines in. Just make sure everything's sharp, man. That's what I like doing here in Beers. Like, if you give myself time for it, technically like hair and beard's an hour, so like I don't rush or anything like that. Like I can cut fast if I want to, and I could cut at a good speed like normally, but sometimes I want to take my time. And with hair and beard, I take my time because I got a whole hour. I could do a whole haircut less than 30 minutes, but ain't nothing to brag about. I ain't like the 15-minute bulls, but when I do like lock in, I could do 15-minute skin fades like cleanly too. But sometimes I like to chill, take my time, especially when I'm recording. I'm definitely slowing down. So this is the before, man. The guy, man, cleaned up, ready for the occasion, whatever he needs to be prepared for. Got this man smiling, man. Look at that. That's the cut. Look at him smiling, man. That's what a cut could do for you, man. So if you like this video, bro, just leave a like, man. Say stay tuned for more. Say you want more, man. Be here for it. Let's stay together, buckos, and let's enjoy this vibe. Peace.